Star Wars 5-minute stories strike back. The 12th story in the collection. Star Wars The Last Jedi, captured in Canto Bight. The Resistance was in trouble. The First Order had found a way to track the Resistance fleet through hyperspace. With the First Order tracking them, the Resistance couldn't escape. Finn and a fellow Resistance fighter, Rose, had flown to the glamorous city of Canto Bight on the planet of Cantonica. They were there to find the Master Codebreaker, who could help them sneak on board the First Order ship that was tracking the Resistance fleet and disable the tracking device. But they had been captured by the Canto Bight police for crashing on a private beach and were locked in prison. Time was running out. Finn and Rose needed to escape to help the Resistance. Just then, a strange character inside Finn and Rose's prison cell roused. He called himself DJ, and he had been listening to Finn and Rose's troubles. He said he could help them. Finn wasn't so sure. DJ didn't look like much of a codebreaker, but the thief promised he was well-versed in the First Order's ever-changing coding system. For the right price, DJ said he could get them out of the prison cell and sneak them on board the First Order Star Destroyer. As Rose and Finn decided what to do, BB-8 quietly rolled into the prison. He hadn't been captured, and he knew he needed to help save his friends. Good thing the police were preoccupied with a game of cards. Finn and Rose decided to trust DJ. They didn't have too many other options, and the Resistance needed them. After DJ pressed a few buttons and smacked the cell door, it actually opened. Finn and Rose were shocked. But then they were all shocked to find that the 3 guards had been tied up by BB-8. DJ applauded BB-8's handiwork, but there wasn't time for celebrating as more guards came running. In all the chaos, Finn and Rose lost track of DJ and BB-8. They wanted to find their friends, but they needed to get away from the police before they were thrown back in prison. Finn and Rose ended up in a stable, but it wasn't just any stable. It was a fathier stable. Fathiers were magnificent creatures, but the wealthy patrons of Canto Bight only wanted to watch them race one another around a track. The people didn't care about how the animals were treated. They just wanted to be entertained. When the Fathiers weren't racing, they were kept in stables, not unlike the prison Finn and Rose had just escaped. Finn and Rose befriended the stable boy. He wanted to help the Resistance too. When the police reached the Fathier stable, the stable boy pressed a button and all the stable doors suddenly opened, freeing the mighty Fathiers. The entire herd raced out of the stable, with Finn and Rose riding on the back of the lead Fathier. The animals were fast, and they seemed to run even faster now that they were free. The herd of Fathiers raced around the track and then crashed through an intricate glassed window into the grand hall of Canto Bight. Patrons scattered this way and that as the massive creatures crushed their finery underfoot. Then the herd ran out into the streets, leaving a path of beautiful destruction in their wake as they trampled over sporty speeders. But the police were following close behind. Finn and Rose needed to break away from the city. Finn and Rose led the herd out to a sea cliff. The Fathiers ran even faster in the wide open space. Rose noticed that the police were letting the rest of the herd go to focus their attention on Finn and Rose. Suddenly, Finn and Rose's Fathier slammed to a stop at the edge of a cliff, throwing Finn and Rose to the ground. Rose thanked the Fathier. Then the animal ran away freely into the night. Finn and Rose were trapped. The Canto Bight police would soon catch them, and all hope for the Resistance would be lost. But they had freed the Fathiers. They had done the right thing. Just then, a sleek ship rose from behind the cliff in front of Finn and Rose. A hatch opened and BB-8 appeared. DJ and BB-8 had come to the rescue. Rose and Finn jumped into the ship right as the police arrived. They had escaped. Finn, Rose, and BB-8 could continue their mission to stop the First Order, help the Resistance, and save the galaxy. The end.